Let's bring in the ICE Deputy Director, Madison Sheehan. So let's speak to what William Lazanes was just talking about a moment ago. The fact that this 11th alleged co-conspirator with the people who attacked the Alvarado, Texas facility was not only awarded a green card during the Biden administration, despite, as William pointed out, a previous drug charge, but was a former DACA recipient as well, somebody who was allowed to come into the country to benefit from the largesse of the United States, and then is alleged to have helped out in what happened on Friday, which nearly resulted in the death of a police officer.
Exactly. And what we saw here was this man was in his home and he was actually tampering with evidence when our officers went in with the FBI to be able to make this arrest. Then we find out that he's a green card holder. He received DACA. This is just the classic open border policy that we saw from the Biden administration year over year to allow these people into the country and receive benefits that they should have never received in the first place.
So there are some Democrats now who want to make moves to identify ICE officers who were involved in these deportation proceedings. It's a so-called visible act. Here are the co-sponsors: Cory Booker, Alex Padilla among them, Richard Blumenthal, Tammy Duckworth. What this act would do would require a clear display of agency name or acronym when somebody is effecting an arrest, clear display of officer name or badge number, no face coverings that obscure officer's identity, with exceptions for safety or specific operations. Your response to all of this? I mean, these officers go out on the streets, they're fully identified. They identify themselves. They're wearing body armor that has the name of the agency on it, but for safety reasons, not wanting to be doxxed, a lot of them are wearing face coverings.
You're seeing them wear face coverings because the Democrats continue to take the sides of the criminals and put our ICE officers in danger. You saw this over the last couple of weeks. Arrest numbers continue to increase from ICE's standpoint, and with that, what we're seeing is a huge increase of violence against ICE officers, up over 700%. These ICE officers are serving the American people, putting the American people first, and the Democrats want to go after their families and their kids and dox them and make sure that they're unsafe. And in reality, they are just enforcing the immigration laws that are on the books in the United States. They are keeping the American people safe.
So here is Senator Alex Padilla's rationale for wanting to pass this so-called Visible Act. Listen here.
I mean, if you're out in the streets in Los Angeles, whether you're a citizen, a legal resident, or an undocumented immigrant, and somebody without these identifiers is approaching you, masked up, coming out of a marked car, you have no idea what's going on. It's dangerous for a community and dangerous for the agents themselves, because you never know how a person on the street is going to react when they think they're getting kidnapped.
But again, any of these operations that we've ever seen, the officers are fully marked. They may have their faces covered so that they don't get doxxed, or maybe they're involved in undercover operations. But there's full disclosure as to who they are and what they're doing.
Absolutely. All of our ICE officers wear the ICE branding. They wear the HSI or the ERO branding. It's very known who they are and what they're doing, and they will continue to put the American people first and keep the American people safe, whether senators like Alex Padilla wanting to go out and dox them and have their families known with this rhetoric that we're seeing all over the country. But ICE officers will continue to do their job. They'll continue to wear the markings that they wear every day. And we want to make sure that those officers are safe out on the street.
So let me ask you this as a quick final question. After what we saw in Alvarado on the 4th and what we saw in McAllen, Texas on Monday, where you had an organized group of individuals trying to shoot ICE officers and local police officers in Alvarado, and then another person came in an ambush attack in McAllen, that person was taken out. If all of these officers who were involved in these arrests were known to the public, how much would that increase the risk to them?
Well, I think it would definitely increase, and I also think it increased based off the rhetoric that the Democrats keep pushing to their constituents and their followers, and that rhetoric is not helpful to ICE or to law enforcement in general. We saw a local PD officer get hurt in the attack, and it wasn't even an ICE officer, but they're paying a cost because of the rhetoric that the Democrats are pushing towards the men and women of ICE, and we're seeing that increase because of this rhetoric that you're seeing.
All right. Madison, thank you for coming in. Great to meet you.